I have 2 quarts of heavy whipping cream that I've been boiling now for 10 minutes at about this rate, just nice and slow so that it doesn't boil over. And I stir it very regularly, every 30 seconds. Okay, we're getting ready to start adding our flour. We're going to run a couple cups of flour into this stuff nice and slow. Give me about a crank. And I just kind of whisk it in. It's easier to get it to mix good. I keep my cream at a bit of a boil, just a nice slow boil. And I'll probably have to turn the heat up a little bit to keep it boiling a little. Go ahead, Chase, give me another crank. And we'll just very slowly add all this cream in, and we do have to get it to a boil to get the cream to work. Not quite halfway through adding the cream. Now we want to bring this, or the flour, we want to bring this flour in real slow so that it keeps cooked in, and then we have a better gauge of what our stuff is doing. And see, this is starting to thicken up a little bit. When we hit the right amount of cream, it'll all of a sudden get real thick, so we don't want to get it too thick. Okay, Chase, give me some more, another full turn or so, or even a little more. Another full turn, I think. Okay, we're starting to get close with our flour. It's starting to turn to like a pudding mixture, and it should stiffen up as it cooks now. Sometimes I'll run it stiffer. Last night when I cooked it, I had it quite a bit stiffer already at this stage, but it's real easy to burn it, so I'd like to run it a little thinner to see if I can get the milk fats to cook out. And that's what we're going to do now, is we're going to have it just stiff enough so that the milk fats will break out of the cream and then start rising to the surface, and then we'll spoon the milk fats. A couple signs of the milk fat starting to come loose, but they haven't started breaking out yet, so I'm going to add a little more flour. Go ahead, Trace, give me about a half a turn here, and we'll see if we can stiffen it up to the point where it just starts pulling from the pan a little. And sometimes that's what it takes to get the milk fat to break out. We have to get to the point where the milk fat is coming out of this mixture before we can go any farther with our cream mush. So if the milk fat doesn't break out, the cream mush will never complete. Yeah, now I'm seeing signs. Now it's starting to happen. It's starting to roll away from the pan a little bit. You can see that they're starting to pull away from the pan. The milk fat should be starting to work into the surface. You can see I've got it just slowly boiling. If we get it any hotter, it's gonna sear at the bottom, and so we want to be real careful. Okay, we're going to add a little more flour. See if we can get this stuff to break loose. The milk fat really isn't wanting to come out just yet, so we're going to stiffen her up a little more. See if that milk fat will come out. And it's just right on the verge, because it's just wanting to really not stick to the pan. So the milk fat is definitely starting to come loose a little bit. It's just not popping out like we expected. Let's do a little more, Trees. If we're not careful, we'll end up with just a big old ball here. And I've cooked it from a ball, but it's really hard to keep it from searing, because it wants to burn when it gets to a ball stage. You really got to watch your heat really close. We'll just kind of let that simmer a bit and see if some milk fats will pop out. It's not simmering a lot, but it's pretty hot underneath there. It's just real close, real close. Okay, Bill, you can shut it off for a minute. Now we're starting to see some of our butterfat starting to come out. This is only 15 minutes danger stage now. This is where we're either going to make or break our chili.
Chili.
Chili. A rommegrot.
It's already broken.
Yeah, if it's chili, it's bad.
Yeah. Are you still videoing right now?
Yeah. It's coming along. We've been boiling at this for quite a while, and I've got the heat up. Oh, show them the dial on the heat there.
Oh, my computer.
The heat isn't very high, but it's enough to keep it boiling.
I gotta call Bill.
And if we kind of lose our butter fats a little bit, our milk fats, we will stick right. It's about 3 o'clock, or no, it was before 3.
It's only
Oh, it's 2:45 now. It was around 2 o'clock, I guess, we started this process. Billy, let's see. Can you see what we're doing here? Yeah, this chili is really slow. I kind of get it all stirred together really good, and then you can see the butterfats are starting to come up now. Oh, we're going to have Treese here starting to spoon off the butterfats. We'll take all the butterfats and save them off to the side. Boy, Bill, it'll be hard to watch your video. I'm going to get dizzy. Okay, Treese, let's get some of this butterfat out of here.
And the boat got away from him. The wind came up.
We're just started getting our butterfat off now. We should end up with a cup or cup and a half of butterfats here when it's all done.
Oh.
See if we can get that stuff to work its way out of there. Damn, that's gotta. Well, we're cooking our cream, our milk off to the side here, and we're running into a catastrophe. Okay, now we're starting to get some real live butterfat out of this thing. Look at that. Holy cow. It's coming up pretty good. Okay, let's stir it up again. Get that, make sure that bottom isn't sticking. That's really big. I don't use a hard spoon because if it does start sticking, I don't want to scrape it back up. Now we'll let her simmer up a bit. Look at that. Watch that butterfat coming up out of there. Bill, slow down. Slow down, Bill.
So is I wonder when Linda goes back to work.
We've got our milk heating off to the side because when this stuff is ready, we'll just start bringing the milk in. And the milk needs to be pretty much scalded real good before it comes into the cream mush. Did you get the clock in there, Bill? Better get the clock in there. You see how long we're taking. Now we're back to taking some cream out, and then I'm gonna whip it up pretty good to get it, keep it from sticking, and kind of get that heat moved around in it so we don't have just the bottom so hot. And that kind of helps that cream to break out. You can see it just rise right to the top. Okay, we're moving on to the next stage. We're going to add about another half a cup of flour at this stage. We've got it cooked down pretty well. We could take out more milk fats if we wanted to, but everybody's kind of waiting on chilies. Chili. Been making chili for quite a while. Everybody's waiting on cream mush, so we'll get her cooking. Well, look at all them butterfats in there, trying to work loose. So we get a little more in there. We're going to get her pretty stiff at this stage.
I should like them MP3 folks. One disc.
Yeah. Now it's starting to look like yesterday's batch. It's got so much milk fats, butterfats in it that it isn't even coming back together. So we'll simmer this up pretty good and get some more butterfats out of it before we add our milk and finish it off.
Parfrey?
Well, we're coming right along. We're nearing the end of our second stage. We've added the extra flour and we're just cooking that down, and we're really starting to get our butterfat off it now. Show them the cups of butterfat we got. We got about 2 cups of butterfat out of this thing. I think, you see here, we got a little spot of brown on the bottom, but we're not getting it up into our food,
See, I owe her.
up into our mash there. But it looks kind of odd. It almost looks like a cornmeal mash. But I think we'll go ahead on to the next stage. Treese, why don't you come on over here and grab the milk? We've got our milk milk scalded.
I took it
Very
to
slowly.
church today.
We can start bringing it in. That's good for now.
Oh, they're making the cream mush.
You might have to just stay right here and have some. Uh-oh. We're losing our burner.
What is in it?
Cream and flour and sugar and or milk.
Okay, Treese, I see.
Salt.
Where's that wooden spoon at? See it around anywhere?
Kind of like glue.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay, Treese, let's have some stuff.
Where do you have that
At my sister-in-law's.
And we bring this in slow so that we can get it to cook properly on the. Yeah, see how that hot milk just keeps it boiled up, and that's important that it stays boiling up at this stage. And we'll get that all mixed in
Fried
good.
or?
Do you cook
Okay,
it?
Teresa, give me some more.
And what nationality? German?
I don't know. I think it's German.
What'd you call it?
Food. Never heard
Try not to splash ourselves. This stuff's pretty hot.
Oh,
Yesterday
yeah.
I was kind of splashy. Okay, Teresa,
Boil them.
give me some more.
Put it in.
Not dumplings.
Okay.
What kind of like dumplings?
No, this stuff does.
Kind of funny, it
Like pudding.
The pudding.
almost gets stiffer at first
Yeah.
before it starts to loosen up a little bit.
That stuff that I made the heat.
Almost like glue.
Flour and potatoes.
And if we make it wrong, it makes good glue with
Oh, like
pretty
that,
poor cream mush.
About that.
Okay, Teresa.
You're good.
Does Trees try it?
Okay.
Oh yeah, she likes it.
I gotta see what it looks like.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, that looks good. It looks kind of like tapioca pudding, kind of in a way.
Yeah.
Can I taste it, Larry?
Not right now.
Not yet.
Gotta
No,
wait
it's
till
not ready yet. But it'll be ready in just about 5 minutes, I think.
Huh.
Oh yeah, now we're getting somewhere. Better give me some more.
It looks kind of like cream
Okay.
of wheat, kind of in a way.
Yeah, yeah.
And then it'll get to a real smooth consistency as we get the milk into it.
I'm sure you could use it for a lot of things.
When did you learn how to make this?
Dorothy used to make it. Dorothy Parfrey. You remember Dorothy,
Yeah.
Dorothy, don't you?
That's
Yeah.
that looks like a really rich cake.
I apprenticed for 45 years before I made my own batch.
Huh.
Yeah, Dorothy used to make it, and everybody would come over for it. And Larry kind of
Okay.
watched and. Yeah. Oh, did we make coffee? Yes.
We have the right amount of milk. This will get just a tiny bit thin,
Yeah,
and
that
then we'll
cake
cook it
looks
up
like
for
it's
just a
really
little
rich,
bit
yeah.
to
Kelsey's.
make sure all the
Birthday
flavors
cake.
cook in properly, and then it'll stiffen
Teresa, you
up
having
as
coffee?
we cook it. Well, we're just about getting the rest of our milk in.
You'll have to just wait a bit because we put a little butter. and
Yeah, it's starting to look pretty good. Teresa, let me have a little more.
We'll all just have.
Yeah, we almost need a bigger.
Okay.
Yeah, it would be nice to have a bigger pot for this.
I'll just set this over there and
'Cause that pot's just a tad small for what we're
set it
doing.
right here.
Yeah, that'll work.
And so is it okay that we have water all there?
I wonder if we even want to add the rest of that milk. We don't want to get too thin, or it's going to take a long time to cook it back down.
With cinnamon and sugar on it? Butter?
Hoofty. Hand's starting to cramp a little bit.
It's a lot more yellow than yesterday, isn't it?
Well, we left quite a bit of milk fat in it. We got it about saying, oh, we got some chunks off the bottom. Look at that.
Sugar.
It
Yeah,
does
this would
look
be-
kind of like cream of wheat.
This would be Jeanette's cream
It does
mush.
look kind of like cream of
She
wheat.
likes the little brown chunks.
Does she?
Yeah.
Are you diabetic?
Okay, Teresa, I think we're good. Okay, now we're just gonna let that simmer for a little bit.
Have it up there.
We're gonna take a little dab of. Got me there, Bill?
Splenda.
We have like, it's kind of like.
We're gonna take a little dab of salt and add to it.
Oh, okay. If he doesn't, I can
Don't seem
show
like
him.
much salt, but
They're yellow.
Dorothy Parfrey said we kind of need it. She said she don't absolutely have to put it in there, but she always
Are
does.
you home from college?
Always
Yeah,
did.
just for, I was over this weekend.
And you were going to school where?
Get her whipped up real good, mixed up real good, and then we'll just let it cook down just a couple minutes, and it'll be done. It's basically done. Take your butter and get your butter over it real good, because that's what's going to kind of melt the sugar into it,
Okay.
and then just lightly coat it in sugar.
And there's cinnamon too?
It's right there.
There.
No,
I
it's
use some
regular
cinnamon
sugar.
too, please, whenever. Or is that cinnamon and sugar mix?
Yep.
I'll use some of that too. Well, you put a lot on, Ann.
That's how I like it. I like.
What do you think of cream mush?
It's really good.
So here's proof that Finlanders actually eat cream mush.
Yep, I'm a Finlander.